Yeah, so I watched this film last night. It's
Oh, did you?
incredible. I think it's so captivating. What was it about this story that captured your guys' attention?
Tyler, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I just first of all, it all started with the script, the dialogue, and the way that the family interacts with each other. I felt it was a really unique take on keeping things real. I loved that the characters were so well rounded, so well developed, and they all had very lovable qualities, but also they all had a few qualities that you didn't love. So I thought that was great that we didn't really play into any sort of stereotypes with the script, and you know, it just made it easy to play the roles and to interact with each other.
Um,
Yeah.
One of the things that caught me off guard by this is the subject matter because it's not a common subject matter. You know, how do you begin to embody these characters? Because each one of them is so unique.
Well, a little background for you is that it took a long genesis. So it started out as a short play and then became a longer play and then became a movie. So and we had known and worked with each other before this. So we all kind of had unique relationships and a strong bond that I would call like family anyway. So when the subject matter came, it was easy to step into, um, but it all sort of appeals to all of us and our sort of unique life points of view too. So
Yeah, definitely. Because you guys all seem like family. You guys feel like you've known each other for years. Like,
yeah,
how comfortable were you with each other by the time you guys got to this? That it just felt natural.
yeah. I mean, we've shared hotel rooms and condos and over, touring into New York with the play and then with the filming. So we've lived with each other and fought like family and laughed like family and enjoyed just everything. So it not very hard work. We're already kind of there. So
Yeah, we definitely had built a relationship with each other that we got to translate when we got to finally shoot, and it was great actually. The all of the dynamics that we have built up by preparing with the play, I think, and all of our theater background, I think it really helped the film because there's so much in it that is in between the lines that I felt like we were so comfortable with each other that we knew how to react, and we all had dove so far into these characters that we knew when we put them in a certain situation, it all kind of came naturally.
With so much background and so much time that you guys spent with each other, what was the obstacle in bringing these characters to life?
Josh?
what's the obstacle?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, for Dallas particularly, he's going through a crisis. I mean, he's in deep crisis mode. So living in that place is never easy. And, having to have these tumultuous relationships and life events is not an easy experience. So that's probably the hardest thing is getting into that, letting that be, and then eventually getting out of it. That's probably the biggest challenge for me personally.
Yeah, it was great to watch Josh go on that journey as we shot, and I guess for me with Mitchell, it was the challenging part was getting into the mind of a mortician, which is an interesting job to say the least. When I met with a couple of morticians and picked their brains about what they go through on a day-to-day basis, and it's it's a unique personality, the people that are there. So I picked up on a few of their mannerisms and really tried to imagine what it would be like to be interacting with corpses all day long. So it was that was a lot of fun, and then to be sort of the outsider that's dealing with this family and their interesting dynamics, I thought was a great challenge as an actor to sort of be almost the touchstone for the audience to be there to witness what's going on and be kind of the voice of reason, even though later on he sort of gets kooky himself. So yeah.
I think
Definitely.
too, I think too, the relationships being so tight and bonded, and we were in such close quarters during the filming that you start to take on the role. So I imagine for Tyler it was hard because he has a brother and a sister of a girl he's dating that are like not letting him in. So I'm sure that manifested itself not just when the camera was on, but when we're all trying to hang out too. So yeah.
It was great though, man. I mean, I just remember like some nights, you know, because we're all living in the same house while we're shooting, and Josh is knocking on my door after a 12-hour day, and he's got the sides for the next day, and he's like, "Hey man, let's work this out. Let's, you know." And so that goes back to our theater days of just constantly rehearsing and trying to find the best way to present the scene on the day. And you know, we all really took it to the extra level of really trying to make everything as tight as possible, and it was great. It was great to work with all the actors involved. It was really a treat.
Yeah, definitely. And the entire cast is amazing. They do such a great job in making sure the audience, you know, is able to connect with every single character. For you guys, which characters did you enjoy working with the most and interacting throughout your filming?
Tyler's. I like Mitchell. I thought those were a blast. Two very unique people going through it, and Tyler's take on it was just so wonderful. I mean, to take something that, like when we met with the morticians, they were also caring about helping people through the journey, and Tyler's character is really sort of, as he says, the shepherd through this journey. So that was it was really a blast watching the genesis and him create that character and being with that and trying to stay in my own sort of cynical place while he's bringing something beautiful and wonderful, and I'm like, you're nothing, you know. So it was a fun dynamic.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Josh, he definitely gave me a lot of grief throughout the whole process, but I think it was intentional, you know, to kind of keep us all on edge, and what that relationship was between Dallas and Mitchell. I personally really enjoyed the days that we got to work with the kids, and especially Victor. He was, it was an amazing, we were so lucky to find him. He was a local guy that we found kind of at the last minute in Portland. And I mean, he came in, his mom said, you know, he'd been on sets before and he had experience, and he was a true pro and totally knew what he was doing. And it was just, it was so unique. You know, he was very affectionate with everybody. He wanted to give you hugs, and he was just such a great kid. It was so much fun to work with him, and then to see when we got to post what we actually captured of him was like a true blessing. It was really cool. And the other kids too, Milo and Milana, they were like, I mean, blew us away with the way that, you know, they had Milana was more like the comic relief, and then Milo had a real serious scene with Josh. And gosh, just it's so great to watch child actors and how natural they are and how they're not inhibited. You know, they're just playing. And that's kind of, when we get older, we always try and, you know, shake those inhibitions from ourselves, and we're always self-conscious and everything. And children, they just don't have that. It was really cool to see that.
And when those three came on set, it was like that's when the family came together, because we all had our relationships, but we're sort of feeling each other out. But then once you bring the kids in, it just becomes, oh, this is real, this is family, this is the holiday. Like there's it's just jump. Say go, and Victor's just reacting to, oh, it's Halloween, let's go, trick or treat. And it was an immediate transformation into the holidays with the kids. They really did tie it together for those. It's true. Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys are bringing this to Dances with Films at their 25th anniversary. It's at the Chinese Theater. How do you guys feel about all that?
The Chinese is like, it's the place. I mean, it's the theater. I was trying to think of any theater that is even in the same lexicon as far as this is the place where you're seeing yourself on the screen. That's something. I mean, that's where they've been putting handprints since the 20s, right? It's amazing. Amazing feeling. It's an honor.
Yeah, we couldn't be more grateful to Dances with Films for giving us this opportunity. And I mean, yeah, like Josh said, I mean, it's the Mecca. It's where you want to be. It's right in the center of Hollywood. And like I said, yeah, it's a total honor, and we're very grateful to everybody involved for giving us this chance to tell our story.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. This is a fantastic launch, incredible acting, and I'm so glad to have gotten a chance to talk to you guys. Enjoy Dances with Films, and thank you very much for your time.
Hey, thanks for talking.